Siwmai, croeso, hello and welcome to the Bluebirds Nest. Neith ar adair gleision. It's been a busy week for our sponsors over at Dragon Bet with the Cheltenham 2023 programme going ahead. But if you're looking for any betting markets, including the horses and the Cymru Leagues, please visit dragonbet.co.uk. But as always, please gamble aware, please gamble responsibly. Episode 25. Now, it was International Women's Day last week. A few technical difficulties stopped us recording this episode then, so we've skipped on a week, but we're here 1 week later, and I'm delighted to be joined by a team of fantastic women who work at Haverfordwest County. I could list a lot of important roles that you do for the club here, but officially the title of Club Secretary. Julie, welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
We finally managed to get you on an episode. You've been a tad camera shy over the last few years.
Just a little bit, yeah.
No, it's great to have you on. Finally giving you the moment in the spotlight. Let's dive straight in. First question, I suppose, how did you initially get involved with the club? And then how did that transition into what is now your full-time role?
Okay, so a few years ago, the boys tried out for the academy in Haverfordwest. They went down, I think it was under 14s, under 15s. They got in. That meant nights a week down at training, down at Bridge Meadow. And yeah, a little conversation. I can't even remember how it came about. A conversation about they had a few hours going, somebody just to help out a bit. And I thought, well, as I'm here, I'll do that. Spoke to Rob Davis and Barry Vaughan at the time, the secretary. And just helping out a little bit as we went. Then things changed then with Comet System coming in. Barry, been here for years, just, didn't quite fancy the computer side of it. So I started doing a little bit with that. And then obviously Rob Edwards came in and it kind of snowballed from there. He came in and Barry and everybody else sort of it was going in a different direction and technology, things like that. And it just, I started taking on extra little bits and here I am today.
You are. Well, the first thing I want to pick up on that, you mentioned your boys, your three sons, all of them who are competitive footballers. Firstly, then Josh, the eldest, who was with the first team for a number of years. He's now studying up in Liverpool. Accountancy, I seem to remember Josh's studies going through. How are those going with him up in Liverpool? And also, what's Dan up to as well?
Yeah, Josh, he's been up there now a few months. He's absolutely loving it. It's great. Finance and accountancy and finance he's doing. Josh is always the perfectionist, so it's going really well. He gives 100% and to it. But he started with the first team. Yeah, he was in and about for like a couple of years and things like that. Absolutely loved it. On a personal level, it brought him out of himself and it gave him confidence. And I think that's really important. Now seeing the other kids that are coming through, I think it's absolutely great. It's not even all about being on the pitch. It's about being in the environment and learning. And, it just helps them in all sorts of ways. Dan then, he is in his final year of his A-levels. A bit of a brainiac, that one, a bit of a dork, where, I always make little comments. He's doing his 5 A-levels, doing really well, got high grades, and looking to do aerospace engineering. So he's had a couple of offers from universities now, and so he's busy with revising and all of that stuff now to get the grades.
Well, we'll come on to the third young man, but just on the two older boys in particular, they're a credit to you and the family. They're very polite young men, and I agree. Josh certainly in that environment came out of his shell and grew into the man he is now. But I want to pick on Mason, and young Mason. He's forever your shadow around the ground. It seems he's doing really well himself with his football too. And I think every time I speak to you, it's how's your week been? Yeah, yo-yoing up the M4 to the Liberty Stadium. How are things going with Mason at Swansea City?
Yeah, no, really well. He's coming on. He's loving it. He's enjoying it. It's a massive commitment for the kids and for parents. It's a lot. Going up back and forth twice a week. I do, and Dad does then Fridays and match days. So it's it's for an 11-year-old, he does a lot of training, and things, but he's absolutely loving it. And as long as he's happy and enjoying, then it's all worthwhile.
Yeah,
He's the experience he's getting. You know, if nothing ever comes of it, no one can take away the experience of going on the first team bus to games and, you know, having Kevin De Bruyne watching a game that you're playing, you know, all these things that he doesn't even realize how sort of big that is, but he just takes it in his stride and he's loving it.
Well, that's phenomenal. Do you know, that was exactly what I was going to say. The experience of it all. You know, you show me the photos of being on the first team bus, which, you know, if you can organise one of those for us one day, that would be. But no,
I'll see what I can do.
Good luck to him with that, and we look forward to seeing how that develops over the years. Who knows? He might end up in a Bluebirds shirt one day with us.
Absolutely.
Back to your role then, your day-to-day job. You mentioned there you took over officially the secretary role from Barry Vaughan, who relinquished his duties after many years, a long period himself as the club secretary. He's now able, I think, to enjoy fixtures. You often see him on the touchline now, rather than, like yourself, 1,000,001 jobs around the place on a match day. But what is it sort of throughout the week, mainly what you do that you're responsible for, Joe?
Yeah, so for anything from getting the fruit for the players for the matches, sorting out, making sure that Tony knows what kit we're wearing, those sorts of things, liaising with the other clubs. And then I've got the academy as well, because I'm academy ops manager. It's organising fixtures for the Sunday, referees, you know, just making sure everything is in place. The admin side of it, like licensing, I'm busy doing at the moment. We've got academy audits coming up. You know, Ash is really busy with that, so I'm just supporting him with what he needs with that. So yeah, making coffee as well. A bit of everything.
You're underselling yourself totally. I know how busy your role is and the responsibility. You're a key cog in the whole process, like you said there, across the academy and the first team, and you are very well thought of and respected in that role. You smash it, and to be fair, it's very rarely there's no missing dots or I's on crossing the T's, etc. You mentioned Dan being the perfectionist and Josh being the perfectionist. It's certainly I can see where it comes from.
Yeah.
So you're in the office on a daily basis at the club then, and it's a fantastic off-field team that you work alongside, and that more than ever was evident. You know, the real team spirit a couple of months ago. When you all put that to the test, you all agreed to do a charity daily task. What was that all about?
It was stupid, it was. I forgot how old I was until I started. No. It was a text message one night saying from Tony, I'm doing the 3K a day for 30 days for prostate cancer. There's me looking at it thinking, oh, that'll be great, you know, gets me out of the house a bit, you know, whatever. Yeah, no problem. Messaging back, yeah, okay, I'll do that, you know. And when will it start? It's tomorrow. I'm like, oh my word, definitely not prepared for this. But no, I did it. Every day out in the wind, rain, everything. And I had a fall doing it on day 23. I was up in Landor with Mace training. So I thought, right, 2 days a week, I'll run it. It's nice and flat because where I am in Whitland, there's a hill everywhere, you know. So on the flat, so I like 200 yards down, and it's quite a long straight there in Landor where you go. I slipped and I went full pelt on the floor. So, you know, when you jump up and you're all like, oh my God, did anybody see? Like, so I jump up, I'm like, my hands are bleeding, my legs are all cut, my leggings are ripped. So I'm stood there looking back at my car going, oh, I could go back to the car now and just clean myself up, then thinking, no, I'm going to have to do this, otherwise I get a fine. So I'm like, I'll carry on. So I literally carried on, did my 3K, went back, sat in the car. Oh my word. I had to sit there for 2 hours then with pain, swollen knees. That's when I said, this was, you really need to rethink it. You are not 21 still, you know.
Oh, fair play.
It took a couple of days for the swelling to go down, but yeah, made it through, did it. So we raised like a bit of money for it. So that's the main thing. You know, we had Julian, Tony, myself, Tristan, Wyndham, and Tom. And it was good. Like, and everybody having a go, you know, that's the main thing.
Looking back, I would have probably, like you said, yeah, go on, I'll do it. But I'm glad I missed that text message, I'll be honest. But fair play. I remember we were up at, it was the Flint game, I think, away at Flint. And of course, we get to the hotel on the Friday night, and we have a bit of food and a bit of a staff hour, should we say, power hour, a couple of drinks, just sort of prepare for the next day. And the next day, I'm getting up and thinking, I'll have a cooked breakfast now. But you're all out having your morning 3K. So no, I will say fair play. It was a fantastic team effort from you.
Yeah. I forgot to mention James also did it, so I better put that in there. I get some backlash from that.
Yeah, don't miss Devs. To be fair, he was up like a lark the next morning, and out he was on his run. So yeah, credit to you all for doing that, all for a good cause. And I say it's a bit of a trend here. It's a great effort from you in the local neighbourhood recently as well. It's Neighbours. You've got a number of our players, those perhaps from further afield, those being North Wales, Swindon area with Elliot, and obviously Zach, New Zealand. How are your neighbours?
That's great. Top of my face. No, they're good as gold, honestly. Yeah, literally at the end of my road round the corner. They're staying in the flat there. So Jordan is like my fourth child. You know, Jordan's just Jordan. And but no, they're good as gold. I haven't had many problems. You get the odd like, oh, can I do this? Or have you got that sort of thing? But yeah, no, they're great.
I won't say you're like a mum to them. You're like a big sister to them, I think. And you certainly
no, it is like having like sometimes 25 kids, especially in COVID. That was interesting.
Yeah, no, again, the job you do that's unseen a lot of the time in supporting the boys is excellent. So you've been at the club a number of years now, particularly around the first team and things, and you've been through we won't go down the COVID fiasco. I know how busy you were with every time I saw you, you were zapping me with a radar gun. So I know you don't miss those days, but that probably lines up nicely with this first question of the quickfire. Your least favourite moment being involved with the club?
I've got to say that bus journey home the day before Wolsey made his decision. That was the hardest, I think, just to see him. It was, that was hard. And it upset people. And it wasn't an easy decision for him. Bless him, I love Wolsey to bits. He was just him. And that was a hard thing to see.
Fair enough. Your favourite, the complete opposite now then, your favourite moment from these past few years?
I don't know. You know me, I'm always laughing. We're always joking. It's always like, there's nothing I don't like about it. And I really don't. The bus journeys when you've got Sheps and everybody on there, and he leads it, doesn't he? He's up there and he's running the show like on the bus, and it's the fun.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. There are some good, particularly the victorious journeys home from North Wales.
Yeah.
On that then, there's not many grounds you've probably not visited over the last few years. So what's your favourite away ground?
Do you know, I'm one of these, I've got little bits of all of them.
Okay.
So I like the Rock because of just the situation and where it was, the little lady in Aberystwyth who makes the cakes. I think at halftime, that's great. I love the cakes. But there's bits of everywhere. TNS have got amazing facilities, our pitch has got to be the best pitch. What can I say? The whole thing. But there's bits of all of them, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll come on to the Bridge Meadow shortly. But going back, you mentioned about the bus journeys. Is there a favourite initiation song you've seen over the years?
Oh, got to be. Excuse me. Ben and Jack. Mysterious Girl, was it? What's his name? Peter Andre? Yeah, gotta be. Oh, so funny.
I remember that one. I think it was less Peter Andre, more like the two that did it on X Factor. Was it Andy and Seb, or Ben and Seb? It was certainly a show, yeah. I think I'm going to have to feature that at some way along the road on perhaps the documentary. Who knows? Your match day superstitions now, and we've spoken to players and staff, and I think Devs is probably top of the list so far with the amount of superstitions he's got that he tries to do every week or every game day. Have you got any of your own?
No, actually, not for home games. Away games, however, I have to sit third row back on the left. And sometimes that's not through choice. That's from everybody else saying you've got to sit. Yeah, I think that's the only one really. Games.
It certainly has. You sat on the other side of the bus when fixture. I forget where it was now, and we came home without the point. So it was get back to the other side of the bus, and well, it paid off. It worked this weekend. Just gone. We're 3 points up in Aber.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
The dream team question now. Then, so again, for any reason, it doesn't have to be the 5 best players. In your 5-star, 5-man dream team from the club over the years now. It doesn't have to be current as well.
Okay. Yeah, thinking about it. Clearly, probably not from technical ability or anything like this. I don't really know. But gotta be Pems. I think he's got to be in there somewhere. Jazz. Willie.
Yeah.
Pats. Oh gosh, the last one now. See, they're going to think I've got favourites. Ricky, I think, just because he's been there so long, he's one of those that's always there.
Strong choice there. You're going to have it in the neck from Jordan. I thought
I know, he'll be around the house now later.
5 good lads there, to be fair, who I can see, they're the ones who don't give you any hassle. I think that's why you picked them.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. Thank you for that. Now then, following obviously last Saturday's win at Aber, which we just mentioned, we now occupy the magic 7th place in the table. It's Neighbours UK Broughton next up at home this weekend, a 2:30 p.m. kickoff at the Oggy Bridge Meadow. It would be fantastic to see another noisy and supportive crowd, which I know certainly helps the boys get there and hopefully get the 3 points as we look to maintain the home form. Joel, a bit of an optimistic final question for you here now. There's certainly 6 league fixtures left this season. Even saying that, it's really has flown by. There is a chance we could end up getting that 7th place and going into the playoffs. Fingers crossed, like I said. Firstly, we'd face 4th place, who are obviously in the top half of the league. Who knows who that would be, but again, if successful, we'd face the winner then of the 5th versus 6th game, the other semi-final. And I believe we are capable of beating anyone. And again, let's be optimistic about this. Let's say we win the playoffs. Then I think that's when you really become stressed out, I'd imagine. A European fixture for the club, it would certainly mean us playing our home leg elsewhere as well. So as the Oggy Bridge Meadow currently doesn't meet UEFA ground criteria. We've spoken previously on other episodes. In 2004, it was Ninian Park, for example. Question for you is, what are we currently missing that would stop us having that at home fixture? And is that something that, I know that you're leading the paperwork side. Is that something we're striving to achieve soon?
Yeah. Ideally, it'd be great to have it there. The issue is just seating capacity. So I think that basically is all it's about at the moment. So moving forward, it's something that, we'd look to get done so that, obviously it'd be nice to have them all, down there and, it'd be good for the club and, just for everybody, really, the community as well. So, no, just seating and hopefully we can look at doing something.
Fingers
when
crossed.
We get there.
When we get there, yeah. Let's. We've got every chance now. We're currently sitting 7th, as I said. It's a big game, obviously, against Neighbours this weekend, and then an even bigger game again where we face 8th spot Carnarvon, who obviously turned us over up in Carnarvon a couple of weeks ago. So really thank you for your time. I know how busy you are in and around the club throughout the week, not just on match day. So thank you for that. Keep up the good work. Keep sitting in the right seat on the bus when we go away.
Yeah.
And I'll catch up with you this weekend at the Neighbours game. Thank you again, Jules.
All right, thanks then.